No to the million-dollar offer that came crawling back to her years later.
Like I said earlier, they actually had odds that, she was like third or fourth in the betting odds to be MVP of the WNBA. That's such a slap in the face to every WNBA player. It's unbelievable, right?
Revenge doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. One decision, one word, and suddenly, an empire crumbles. For Caitlyn Clark, revenge wasn't about firing shots on social media or snapping back in interviews. Her revenge was devastatingly simple. She said no. No to Geno Auriemma. No to UConn's legacy. No to the million-dollar offer that came crawling back to her years later. On paper, it looked absurd. Who walks away from over $1 million for just 8 weeks of basketball? But this wasn't just a contract. It was the lifeline of a man who once dismissed her, belittled her, and treated her like an afterthought. When Clark rejected it, she didn't just pass on a paycheck. She humbled the man who never thought he could be humbled.
That's the worst part about new fans. They have no perspective. There's no context. So they just say ridiculous nonsense.
It isn't just about points, assists, or trophies. It's about power. For decades, Geno Auriemma was the gatekeeper of women's basketball. The coach who decided who mattered, who got the spotlight, and who faded into obscurity. But Caitlyn Clark flipped that script. She didn't need his approval, his program, or his checkbook. She built her empire without him. And when he finally reached out, she turned him away with a quiet authority that says, "I don't need you, you need me." Every revenge story starts with a mistake. Geno's wasn't a blown play or a bad timeout. It was arrogance, pure, blinding arrogance. Before Clark became the face of the sport, before the sold-out arenas and record-shattering TV ratings, she was a kid with a dream. She admitted it openly. UConn was the coolest place on earth.
What does bother me is some of the people I deeply respect, their basketball credentials, their basketball history, their commitment to basketball and women's basketball, I think have really not covered themselves in glory with some of this commentary.